everybody. It is Thursday. We're going to start with some thoughting in just a moment. But in the meantime, hello to all, and to all, a hello. Hopefully, y'all had a very nice Merry Christmas, if that's what you celebrate, or just, hanging out with friends, or, just a little time off, whatever it is. And I think Hanukkah has started today, depending on which part of the world you're in or where you're at in time zones. That sort of thing. And, yeah, here we are, moving right on into the new year. But anyway, this is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together,
we are PM Artist Studio.
That's us. Do say hello, chat, so we can say hello back. That's how I know that you are here. And if you're watching on replay, just let us know down in the comments below. Just, give us a little hello. Hey, watching on replay. I love those comments, because then it's like I know who's watching, and it makes me very happy. And give those thumbsy upsies, whether you are watching here live right now in this moment. If you have access to chat.
A lot of you have been hanging out in the woodwork and not getting involved in doing your thumbsy upsies.
Oh, well, yeah, that is probably true. There's a lot more watchers.
If you win one of the packets and I don't know who the hell you are, you're in deep doo-doo.
We don't know who you are, but you should
you better get us all knowed up on who you are.
Thumbsy upsies.
Thumbsy upsies.
She's cranky today, y'all.
I am a little on the cranky side.
All right, I'm going to say hello to everybody. We've got a Seminole Mind, that's Sue, Anina, Art Curious, that's Miriam, Betsy, Bruja, Charmaine, Cookie Wookie, that's Mo, Cynthia, Darlene, Dana, Deb, Diane, Eddie, Ellen, Emma, Estella, Gray, Griffin Shell, that's Rhonda, Heather, Order Paper Cross, that's Mimi, Janice, Jennifer, Joni Marone, Jocelyn Ketra, Laura Beans, Laura Benz. I don't know why I always want to say Beans. It's basically because I can't see very well, and like my brain says that that's an A. Laura, I have emailed you. Let me know, because I sent you the PayPal thing. Remember, those of you that are winning, you are going to get a PayPal request to the email that you submitted to me via the contest entry. And the email from me will actually be my Liquid Fly Designs, because that's her main company. That's the main PayPal business. So just FYI on that end of things. But there's a few of y'all that have won that have not responded back or paid your postage. So, but everybody else, your package is going out today that has paid. Okay, so that is the information. So, Laura Benz, Lori, Lydia, Marguerite, Mark Hines, Paige, Penka, Lori Paul. Let's see. Okay. Robin, Sandy. I sent you an email. Sorry, Shannon. Star Traveler, that's Linda. Sue Davis. Suzanne Rivard. Ooh, you guys are, I know it gets you probably off. I love that. I love that we got like everybody, like oldies, goodies, and some of y'all that I know watch replays, and it's always awesome when you get to see you guys show up in the live stream. That's awesome. SWL, that is Sherry. Taken, the Shelly Studio, that is Margot. And if I missed you, it was not on purpose. Just give me an extra little hello hand, and I will make sure that I give you a hello back. Hello, M. Oh, awesome. See, she says she rarely does the chat, but she always does the thumbsy upsy.
Excellent.
Don't let her make you feel bad.
Yeah. No, I'm
Hi, ever after.
I'm kind of just letting you know you gotta do those things.
Hey, Kit. We have expectations here at PMR Studio.
If I watch something, I always thumbsy upsy.
Oh yes.
I don't necessarily comment, so I'm not down on you for just hanging out, because I hang out all the time.
But
I always thumbsy upsy.
Our views should equal our thumbsy upsies. Although, what if you watch multiple times? Because see, we don't always know that. Some people watch things over and over, so it does get multiple views at that point.
Well. Can you thumbsy upsies each time you watch it?
No, just the once.
You just get one time.
One chance.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
YouTube needs to work that out. There needs to be some kind of ratio system. Although, actually, I do think that they give weight to things like that.
Double dippers.
Right. Because they give you, there is a weight to the amount of watch time. Like, so, if you watch
it's all counted.
Well, right. So here's a for instance. If you watch a video at 2 times the speed, they only give you half the watch time.
Well, I don't do that fast stuff most of the time.
I know,
because I worry that I'm going to miss something. Because, I mean, sometimes I miss something when it's just going regular, and I have to go back and hit it again.
See,
so
we love
really
those. See, that actually gives us more watch time when you do that. That's awesome.
So much good to know.
Yeah. Shannon says she has double dipped at times. That's okay, Shannon. You just keep double dipping, sweetie. Just do it.
When I was first watching the videos to learn how to jump,
oh yeah, multiple
yeah.
back round. Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially some of the good ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you finished?
Yeah. Would you let me go topside, or are you reading to the camera?
I'm reading to the camera.
Okay.
But you need to find the author and
yeah, I was reprimanded.
My information that I need to give the people so that they can also look this up. I'm gonna take my lozenge out.
That's good, because you're kind of a.
And hopefully, I just had a horrible sneezing.
Oh, it's been
sneezing, eye watery. I wiped off all my makeup on my nose because I've been blowing my nose for 15 minutes.
Oh, so you got all that out of the way.
Yeah. Okay, well, this is one of those things that I find in the
pocket articles.
Yeah, on Firefox.
Yeah, so it says pocket worthy. It's in the pocket thing, and then I think Anne Quito.
Spell
it. ANNEQUITO. Quito. Quito, maybe.
No, Quito.
And
Keto, and what is this, just for the pocket thing? Or
yeah, I'm gonna put the link in the chat
source of where this was originally written.
Oh, yeah, she's here. Hold on. See, Mo's so good. She knows what he does with this thing. How's that? Is that better? Say so.
Hello.
She had moved it back. That's where it was.
Moved it away from there.
Thank you.
Hello.
Sometimes it has to do with your hat. Like when you wear your one hat.
Oh yeah,
it blocks the set. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Anne Quito, and we don't know from the original source where it was written originally.
I'm gonna put a link in the chat right now. Link to article that he is about to read.
Okay, well at least I've got the author now, and I'll look the rest of that up later. Okay. Drawing is the best way to learn, even if you're no Leonardo da Vinci. Drawing shouldn't be about performance, but about process. It's a way of taking in the world. I love this. And this is basically how I approached it when I taught. It was like, you are becoming friends with the object that you're drawing. That's what I would tell my little kids. It's like you're sitting there and you're talking to someone. You're having a conversation. And the conversation should be a two-way thing. You're getting information from what you are observing. They're telling you things. So it is a very beneficial process. I just can't draw, is a refrain most adults say when confronted with a blank piece of paper. Something happens in our teenage years that makes most of us shy away from drawing, fretting about our draftsmanship skills aren't up to par, and leaving it up to the artist among us. But we've been thinking about drawing all wrong, says the design historian D.B. Dowd. In his illuminating book titled Stick Figures, Drawing as a Human Practice, Dowd argues that putting a pencil to paper shouldn't be about making art at all. We have misfiled the significance of drawing because we see it as a professional skill instead of a personal capacity, he writes. This essential confusion has stunted our understanding of drawing and kept it from being seen as a tool for learning above all else. Put another way, drawing shouldn't be about performance, but about process. It's not just for the artists or even the weekend hobbyist. Think of it as a way of observing the world, learning and something that can be done anytime, like taking notes, jotting down a thought, or sending a text. Mistaking drawing for art is embedded in our institutions, says Dowd, a professor of art and American culture at the Washington University in St. Louis. For centuries, schools have lumped drawing with painting and confined it in an aesthetic cage, he says. Our anxiety about drawing starts around puberty, when we begin self-critiquing our abilities to render a perfect likeness, Dowd says. The self-consciousness associated with the good drawing, or a naive form of realism, is mostly to blame, he explains. Her name is Quartz. Q-U-A-R-T-Z.
I thought that was like the... See, I understood that to be...
Well, that must be the magazine.
That's the magazine.
Okay, Q-A-R-T is the magazine.
Because remember, these are little pocket articles. I put a link in before.
Okay.
If y'all want more information.
If you take time to step back and define drawing as a symbolic mark making, it's obvious.
And it is really true. And I was even telling Caleb the other day about the whole mark making thing.
I know you showed him my little journal.
Yeah, you learning and just going through that activity is sort of freeing in a way. Like it's not... It allows you to kind of explore how you want to interact.
It does, and you can make it almost a Zen-like activity where it's just kind of a mental stream of consciousness. You're just doing it and not even thinking anything about it. But the other thing is you can take it to the absolute opposite, where you're hyper concentrated and doing something like a contour drawing, where you're forgetting about the actual kinesthetic process of it, and you are so focused on what you are doing that you're not even thinking about what your hand is doing on the page.
I found contour drawing very not freeing, or it stressed me. I didn't like it.
I think
you loved it.
I did, and one of the things that I think you've got to get past that anxiety of having your product look like what it's supposed to look like. If you can't make it past that and give that up for the process of learning, then it is going to be an unpleasant process. Okay. It's obvious that all human beings draw. Diagrams, maps, doodles, smiley faces, these are all drawings.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, drawing helps us think better. At its core, drawing is a problem-solving tool. Scientists are often avid doodlers, like the Fields medal-winning mathematician Mariah Mirzakhani, for instance. Quote, the process of drawing something helps you somehow to stay connected, she explained in the 2014 interview. Quote, I am a slow thinker, and I have to spend a lot of time before I can clean up my ideas and make progress, end quote. I heard that.
The cat is upset that it is wet outside. I think that's what that was about. Because he came in from outside.
He is not a big fan of air moisture. I remember when there's just a little side here. This isn't, I'm not reading. No, squirrel. When we moved to Texas from Anchorage, we put a halter on Bentley because we thought we could take him for walks in between,
He's not that kind of cat.
What was more like dragging a
right.
Yeah,
a rock.
A pig. Whatever.
A pig was probably more likely to.
He would do like this. And I have these pictures of Van standing there holding it, looking really stupid. That's the cat. What we did is we just put him back in his little stroller that was contained with his what thing, and he enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Well,
as much as
he meowed all the way.
But at least he was.
I thought he would be hoarse by the time we got here, and he'd never be able to meow, but it hasn't happened. He's very vocal. Okay, back to the article. Even if you're not tackling hyperbolic geometry, drawing is useful for our daily affairs from giving directions, taking meeting notes, outlining a presentation, or making grocery lists. It fosters close observation, analytical thinking, patience, and even humility.
You know, I love a good sketchy list.
Oh, I love, you know, I do. I draw and I have arrows and I color.
Okay,
and, yeah,
show them your thing just one more time. That started out as just little notes. Yeah, there you go. See, she knew where the camera was.
Yeah. I don't worry about any of that. Actually, I'm not doing that for anybody but myself. And if I don't choose to show it, I don't have to. Pardon me. Number 2, it's an alternative to Google-based learning. Digital technology coddles us by giving us shortcuts to instant knowledge. But drawing breaks our collective instinct to Google everything, argues Dowd. He cautions against relying too much on easy paths of learning. When we ask for something from Google image search, say airplane, we get contemporary definitions of same, which in that case yields thousands of pictures of commercial airlines. That's a narrow result from a general inquiry, and one version of how aggregation keeps us from seeing a wider world. Drawing works in exactly the opposite way. Close observation of almost any particular engages the senses, heightens the experience, making the world seem bigger, not smaller. There is a physical dimension to this also. Our brains got bigger when our thumbs moved into opposable position vis-a-vis our fingers. Our hands, fixed on the end of our arms, brought us news of the world, and we evolved rapidly to take advantage. Our manual capacities are critical to our understanding of the world. Isn't it weird and a wicked paradox that the digital has eroded the manual? Pardon me. Dowd, who has been critical of the graphic design industry's over-reliance on digital illustration tools like Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop, argues that drawing isn't necessarily anti-tech. I have no beef with technology per se. After all, pencil and paper is a technology. But drawing offers simplicity and directness compared to other information gathering procedures. Drawing makes us better humans. There's another fundamental reason for using drawing as a learning tool. It can bring out our better qualities as people. If practiced in the surface of inquiry and understanding, drawing does enforce modesty, says Dowd. You quickly discover how little you know. The observation that's necessary for drawing is also enriching. Drawing makes us slow down, be patient, and pay attention. Observation itself is respectful above all else. In the closing chapter of Stick Figures, Dowd argues that drawing can even make us better citizens, in the sense that it trains us to wrestle with evidence and challenge assumptions. It might seem sort of nutty, but I do think that drawing can be a form of citizenship, he says. Observation, inquiry, and steady effort are good for us. This form of individual sense-making is a practice that's ever more vital at a time when we're inundated with falsehoods and bad faith, says Dowd. Quote, when we look hard and listen carefully, how are we not led back to questions of justice, of what is right? Perhaps drawing pads should be standard issue in government offices and boardrooms. Okay, when I read this, and I read a lot of those little pocket things. This just seemed to be a really good one to read right here before we go into the new year and go in this whole new.
Oh yeah, all the videos about what not to do, what to do.
Yeah.
All the New Year's things.
Yeah, and I think that just taking a little bit of time to step back and say, I don't have to solve everyone's problems. What I can do here is I can solve mine. I can make my part of the world a better place to live in. It doesn't have to be the whole world. We're just concentrate on what we have right here and what we can do about us and what is right in front of us.
I don't doodle as much as I used to.
I hardly ever Google anymore.
Doodle.
Oh, doodle. Well, you're not sitting, it's not sitting there doing mindless
Yeah.
BS. Oh, thank you for those hearts. I just saw them out of the corner of my eye.
Oh, well, and thank you, Angie.
Angie.
Yeah. And welcome all of
Appreciate
those of y'all
that.
that came in. I know there were, like, I try not to,
Okay,
interrupt P while she's doing the reading of the things.
Yes, and if you watch children draw, they're very they don't care.
I love how Izzy approaches. Well, no, she's a little more conscious about things, but sometimes that's your fault, I think. But anyway.
Well, sometimes I think it's those things that she watches on YouTube and she compares herself to the people who are
Well, there's that too.
drawing there. My thing that I say is I just tell her, I said, you need more stuff. You need to elaborate. It just isn't just one little thing out in the middle of this huge piece of paper.
I know that's
That's my big thing that I say. I don't critique her for drawings. Now, another thing I want to say here before we get into the arty part. Mariah, Izzy, and I sat down yesterday morning. Yeah. Yesterday morning. Time.
Oh, no, we did a lot yesterday. We were, running around doing all kinds
Yesterday
of things.
was, quite the ordeal, and I was awakened at 7:30 by a very excited child that told me Santa was here and I needed to get downstairs so I could observe. And after we opened up all the presents and everything, we took down the box of stuff that we had up here and all the letters and everything, and sat there and read them all.
Oh, we did. We so enjoyed that.
We did, and
So
Izzy
it was like
was
we got
part
to do
of
it on,
it.
and we got to do the part on camera with y'all. But then we really read them, and Pete read them out loud, and we cried, and we,
and wrote names on things.
He said put things on the tree, and
for next year.
Also, and thank you, Mark. He sent us some gift cards,
Yes,
and
thank you, Mark.
I told her she needs to get over there because
I'm going to get over there as soon as this is over with, and I'm going to I'm going to use that.
So thank you for that.
Appreciate it.
And thank you, Angie, for the super chat. That's always extra special.
It is. All right. Good article. Good article.
And let's see. I think I've missed some people. All right. So Leah, hello. And Robin and Tina just popped in there. And Dana.
Is that Tina Svanberg?
And Tina Schwanberg. And Jim. And Monica. Okay. I think I caught most of y'all that kind of snuck in there.
We can go overhead right now.
Okay. Going overhead. Top view. Some of my goals, if y'all just want to know, for 2025 is still trying to hook in, because we switched our system. And so Brad and I still haven't had a total chance to. We have the information, we just have not done the setup or tested it to bring other people in from, out beyond here.
Oh, like
when we had the interviews.
The Zoom thing?
Kind of thing, yeah. So that's one goal, because we'd like to finish out our interviews with our designers and then maybe even start interviewing some other artists and folks.
Well, I think that would be wonderful, and
yeah.
All right, well,
it's a goal.
You all probably get tired of this because I think Izzy is just really special, and I really like to say it's not just because she's my granddaughter, but
there is that
part of it. Look at that, isn't that in?
Well,
that was the backside.
Yeah, that's the backside.
Now look at this flower. Look at her little details that she's got on the flower. This is that air clay that's just wonderful. It's so velvety.
I bought her 2 boxes for Christmas this year. One from her daddy and one from me.
And then she makes these little itty bitty tiny things. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I'm sure that this is meaningful.
It's a teardrop.
Oh, it's a teardrop.
Yeah.
It's a very, cheerful teardrop. Yes, it's happy tears.
I know all about those. Hey, Devin. Hey, Starry.
There's a little pearlized star in there.
Yeah, she's just threw it in because, she was traveling and wanted to make sure she had her stuff just in case she needed to show people or whatever.
But anyway, I wanted to show that, and I'll put that to Mariah.
Well, she gets a lot of these. She watches Mariah Elizabeth. And then there's a couple of other artists drawing, like, you know, they do the caricatures and stuff that she watches on the kids' YouTube. So that there's more influence there as far as this is concerned.
I just wanted to share this because we've been talking a lot about colored pencils here lately. And I wanted to do a little bit on the greens because when I did go through my new set of 75 pencils, I added some more yellows. Okay.
From the ones you found.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That were in the new set. Yellow chartreuse, lemon yellow, sable, and sunburst yellow.
I like that sunburst yellow.
I know, isn't that a good? It's kind of like Spanish orange.
Right. But it's definitely a better name.
Yeah. Okay, and now the definitely. Okay, and I told you about those. And then I found denim. Oh. And I really like denim. I don't know how I missed that.
Yeah.
And green ochre and ginger root. So then I went through and I thought, this might be really a good thing to do.
The Robins are representing. Hey, we also need to do giveaways today because I know she was worried, but here's the thing. So we have today. Sunday.
And then Monday.
Monday and Tuesday. So we have 4 days. And I have a total of, so there's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 16. So if we have 4 streams, 16, we should do, I don't know, we should do at least, 2 or 3 today.
Yes.
And
all right. Yeah. Now I'm going through and I am blocking out the green that I've mixed because I think it's really important to separate it from the other 2. And these are just some experiments there.
Hey, Big Mopar.
Because the color that you have, its perception is partially determined by the color that is next to it. Proximity is always an important aspect to color.
Yeah.
And when you're mixing these, and it's especially true, the reason I picked the greens is because the reason they're difficult is if you go too hard in what?
So, I noticed that, Eddie put in the information. Well, it actually, Mo put in the hashtag for the give thing. That just prompts Nightbot to give out the information regarding signing up for the thing. But then people were putting in gifts, so now it's dropping in the information. We'll be doing the giveaway thing here in a minute, and the hashtag will be different than that. But I was just chuckling about that. I was like, why is everybody putting that in? And then it's and then I was like, oh, okay. There was a little, yeah. That's okay. It's funny.
Paula says, I thought I was lagging. Oh, I lag all the time. Okay, so.
I know, and sometimes you're here in IRL.
The reason greens and colored pencils are difficult is because you've got to be careful with the yellow. Because you can get that sheen, that what do you call it? When you can't go anymore. It slicks over.
Yeah.
Very easily. So it's very important to utilize the blue part of your green before you bring in your yellow. Okay? Just saying that. But I think what is interesting here, where's my chopstick?
Pointer.
So you look at canary and light aqua, and that really comes up as sort of an apple green. The light aqua plus the Spanish orange maybe is a little bit more in the, okay, that's a barrel fantasy, the lime peel color.
Yeah.
So you can see here, you can get these colors. You don't have to have all these fancy greens.
Yeah.
If you've got the blues. But now you do need the blues.
You need the blues in order to make the greens.
And you need the yellows.
To make the greens.
And then if you want to get into it's the same way with the blues and the violets. You've got to have good reds, and the reds have to be cool reds, not warm, in order to make really pretty purples. Just remember, that's true in paint. It's true in colored pencils.
Yes.
And you do have some, I mean, you can look through here and you can say, okay, cool red.
Yeah, because if you use the orangey reds.
If you use the orangey red, it's going to
brown
it out. And it's going to just immediately start off as a neutralized violet. And I want to keep saying that until
the cows come
home.
Moo.
Moo, moo. Okay.
All right. Oh, hey,
Next.
Dee.
All right. I wanted to address this, altering and cutting your stencil.
Oh, please do. Let's address it. How are we addressing it?
We're addressing it from the standpoint of not every stencil is something that needs to be alterations done to the outside. Case in point. What the hell did I do with it?
Especially ones that she's already altered. But then there's those that are on version 5.2. Right. So, I
really, really, really wanted to alter this one. But when I started looking around the edge here, let me show you why it's not a good, candidate for such. Because once you start cutting all these little hoop-de-doo things, all of these little hoop-de-doo things then become little...
Preach.
They're free-floating and they just hang out there.
They become these things.
Yes.
Which then become these things.
Too much of those off, that whole section is just going to fall off.
Yes. Or tear off.
So really think about this before you start doing that. Because see this part right here? See this? If I'm going to take this off out here.
Containment.
If I cut here and I cut here, I lose this whole piece.
Yes.
So please, before you really muck it up, do a little...
Flippies.
Thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah.
Some things that it holds it all together.
Now, this one is lovely. I love this one.
Can I expand upon your thing? Because we have a lot of our designers here. And sometimes this is a hard thing to explain. and because it's one of those parts of the whole designing of a stencil that it's hard to train your brain. I still mess it up. I can't tell you. I've chuckled like when Darcy first started and she sent me his design and I thought it was just fine. And then I cut it and I'm like, nope, never mind. Totally had that wrong.
Whoops.
Don't cut that one.
Whoops.
And this is also why I say it's a good thing to have your own machine because you can test those things out and then you through the active changing the setting up and cutting of the design, you become better. And it's sort of interesting because this actually plays into the whole drawing about the drawing article that P read. That it's a lot like the contour drawing. You start to understand, and if you really start to look at the lines and where they connect versus this whole big thing that you're designing.
Yeah.
You look at these individual sections and pieces and parts of where they are connecting. In order for a design to sometimes be a really good design, you just need a few little connection points. And then you have this wonderful piece that's going to work really well as a stencil or as a mask. And it could just be a few little points and pieces, or you just need to reverse it out. Again, that whole drawing process really helps train your brain.
It does. And it's the other thing is, and one of the things that I would say about art and art appreciation, learning about artists and paintings and going to art museums and whatnot, it's the same thing. It's expanding your worldview.
Mm-hmm.
It's making yourself aware of so many different other viewpoints out there that aren't necessarily something you endorse.
We've had a little baby that keeps running back and forth, and Brad hears her run.
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, 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 boom.
I didn't hear her.
Yeah.
But anyway, I did go ahead. I did alter the edge of this. And this was simply because when I don't have that stark stop edge, sometimes it really makes me happy.
Yeah.
More so, but I don't have that option on everything.
Sometimes you need it, so that way it holds it all together.
Holds it all together, you know. It's one of those things. Now I want to talk about this one because I really like this stencil. I don't know what the name of it is, but I have altered this one significantly. I did go ahead and bring in the unaltered version, right?
So this is the
I did.
Yeah, she altered it.
I altered it, but now
she made it more like a continuous.
Okay, so you see those 3 dots there. That has always bothered me. And I'm not being ugly to the designers. I'm just saying I like the idea of the 3, but I thought it needed more.
She usually thinks it needs more. Please note that she has also, again, to bring back rusty rivets that has now become rustified rivets because it is on version 5.2. Because she keeps adding holes. It's just not enough until it's, I guess, falling apart. I don't know. She's going to get to lace.
I think it's pretty much reached that critical unmask stage where if I remove any more,
it's going to fall apart.
It'll be falling apart. So really, I'm pretty much done with that. But I think that these 2 might be good companions is why I have them out today. And I don't know that we are going to do that. But you can see, I just feel like with these little additions of the other circles, there's plenty of room left in that. I almost feel like this was just somebody was saying, okay, I'm going to give you this and then you can do with it as you please.
Yeah, that was Miriam's.
Miriam.
Then you did the other version, and which both versions are available in the, now this latest, so this is like 3.0, but she has been.
I just put a few more circles in.
Right. Which y'all can do if you want. What we're doing is we're saying you have permission from PM Artist Studio and our designers. I think they love it when you make it your own.
I really do love it. And you know, you've got this, which is part of the original.
Yeah.
And then there were some on the edge here, which I don't know where they are here, where they got lost.
This one has been altered.
Yeah. Further alteration. But anyhow, I wanted to talk about that and let the designers know that there's nothing wrong with the original. It's just fine. But I wanted it to be something else. And once you purchase it, you're free to do whatever you want to do it. And I highly recommend that you do something, because that's what makes it yours. That's what makes it it speak to you alone. Okay, well, I love this one. This is like, I think this is probably my all-time favorite stencil.
For real? All time? In the top 5.
Definitely the top 5.
Partially because I took away her bricks.
Yeah, bricks is definitely in the top 5.
She went on a real brick thing.
All right, so this morning we needed packets, so I had some things started, and I just saved out a little. This is what you'll be getting in your packets. And this is what I do.
I love that. Starter stencils. Yes, we give you good starter stencils, and then you can alter beyond your, wildest dreams.
And I just wanted you to see, what is possible here. I think this is an exceptionally good batch. Yeah. And it kind of started the other day in the stream.
All right, quick question. Dana asks if the gel plate needs priming before each use.
Nah.
Yes and no. Yes and no. It depends. Are we talking a brand new plate? You should kind of check it out. Sometimes if they've been on the shelf for a while, they do need to be conditioned. That's prep in one way.
If it seems really dry, really unsticky,
then you should probably
go ahead and give it a bit of a
conditioning with the mineral oil. Now that's one part of prep. Second would be sometimes, depending on what you're doing on the gel plate, especially if you are trying to do any image transfers, some sort of warming up of the plate seems to be ideal. We don't do it that often. And P's philosophy
no.
and her approach to gel printing,
You see that? That's a mucky muck.
is mucky muck.
There's some mucky muck.
So,
But sometimes I like it to be really nice and clean. There's a lot of mucky muck on that.
So if you do want a clean print, you may want to come in and make
pretty much a clean print.
Right, make sure that your gel plate has been, when P uses shipping tape to clean off all of that mucky muck. Because if you don't want that to be part of the design or whatever's going on, you need to get that off of there. So that would be prep. So yeah, hopefully that kind of answers it. It really is always about what are you trying to achieve.
It totally is. It's a totally personal thing. Now, I will say, I think it's important to condition your plate, every now and again, just simply because you don't want it to crack and be ruined, because that's what will happen.
Yeah, we are not advocates of the, continue to build up your paint, because to me, I'm like, that's really...
Well, it's really silly. I mean, why are you doing it? What's it for? Where's it going? Why are you doing it? I mean, I didn't come up with a reason for that one that really, titillated.
Some people like the chunks and the grunginess that come off with the paint thing. We know how to, P knows how to kind of do that without that whole thing of like building up all this paint business that in the end is probably going to be the detriment of your gel plate.
Yeah.
And certainly is not the type of gel printing that we do here at PM Artist Studio. Was that sounded very diplomatic, right?
That sounded diplomatic. Yeah, I don't worry about being diplomatic.
No, she doesn't.
I'm just like, screw it.
Yeah. We don't agree with that.
I don't care.
She's a little fired up today, too. And I'm trying to contain that
all right,
energy.
So you saw me do this the other day, right?
Okay, hey, wait. Before you start, are you going to...
I'm going to pull it.
Oh.
Well, it's not that good.
Well, it's got the 70s vibe, and I could put some Staying Alive kind of music to it.
Well, I'm sorry I didn't get any avocado green in there.
Remember, it was suggested.
It was suggested. I just thought that was a little bit too...
on the nose?
Yeah.
Well, do you guys think that I should film this one or not?
I don't think that this is necessarily the...
I think we need a t-shirt that is the... Yeah, that... She's just... Hey.
Oh, are we voting?
We're voting.
Well, good. I'll crack the edges.
Yeah,
what was that?
I don't know. You got things. See, they think I should video. I'm going to video it. All right.
Well, then I need to start from this side. But I might, remember when I told you that sometimes when you start these, if it starts to tear, then you just go to the other side. But I did a pretty good job of
cracking the edges. She's
already done
the
edges. Already done that.
And we're calling this the bringing back the 70s vibe.
Without,
if you want to see how this
avocado green,
right? If you want to see how this print was created, let's see. Today is Thursday, so this was done on Tuesday stream. Oh, and it would have helped if I would have hit the record button. So it didn't get recorded.
A ceiling shot.
No.
Oh, I've got more. I don't know why you're going over there and sitting there.
Okay, well, I'll hit the record.
Look at that. See, we've got a little curly Q.
That was practice, y'all.
Thing there.
That was practice. Oh, they're laughing about that. Yep.
That was a good one. All right.
It's better now that it's pulled.
It is. It doesn't look so murky.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I think this is definitely going to be...
Hey, what are you doing?
She's whispering.
I found this pretty bead, and then it had a crack in it, and then
Where did you get this?
I found it
on the floor,
and then I stepped on it on accident, and it only broke just a little bit.
Yeah, I know. It's because it's from an old bracelet, and it was very, very... Yeah. Thank you for finding that for me. Now, would you take that and put it on my dresser?
Yeah.
It's from an old bracelet that I got at an estate auction. I went ahead and pulled this one because we thought it wasn't going to be good.
It's pretty good.
I'm telling you, the plates are getting kind of murky.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we have here? We have GOLD.
Was this one from the other day?
Yes. This is the one that it has 3. This would be its 3rd layer.
And rusty rivets.
Rusty rivets and gauze.
And this is the altered 5.2.
Oh, actually, it's
version.
both versions. Remember, this was the double one.
A double whammy rusty rivet. If you don't know what we're talking about, that is over there on the PM Artist Studio website. Those are the stencils that were used, gauze and rusty rivets. Altered.
Look at that.
Woo woo! Okay. You have
Isn't
more...
that gorgeous?
I think that'll be a good one.
Ah. Now, I don't know. There's one more. You may want to look at it.
Okay. Are y'all enjoying this? Hopefully.
Oh, no. I pulled them all.
Yeah, because you said you pulled that one.
Yeah, pulled that one.
And that was a good
All
one.
right. So we're going to bring back one of these plates. And
okay, before
this is what I was using this morning when I was doing the other. Oh, I just think this is so beautiful. Look at this nice dark brown around the edge. Now, see, that's some of the stuff that was left there. But you don't want to let that go on indefinitely, because what it will do is it will cause your paper to tear, because it will become so thick that you can't pick it up.
Right.
And it gets stuck.
Yes.
But isn't that gorgeous?
Okay, so next question is, since I think this would be a really good time to do a giveaway.
Oh, yes.
So let's do that. Let me, all right, so let's see here. I gotta get it
Hello, Carla.
queued up here. All right, so we're gonna reset all entries. I'm gonna go to the settings. We're gonna do that next. Everybody. Do. All right, and we're gonna keep it with the hashtag yay 10K. I'm gonna copy that and show y'all. That's gonna be the hashtag you want to put in to the chat there.
Did I find my grape earring?
Yes, she did. It had fall. Remember the one that fell?
Oh, I've got it on. It's lost again. Oh my God. No, it's not. It just turned down. Here it is. Here it is. I've got it. I'll show you.
Look at that grape.
But see, it's a clippy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure it's an early, I can't see the marking there, but I'm pretty sure this is Taxico. This is Taxico.
Let me see. I'll see if I can see it. Not the my eyesight.
Taxco. I don't think there's any it in there. I think it's just O. I think this is absolutely gorgeous, and I think it's almost as wonderful as the long haul the other day.
Oh, yes.
In a certain
Almost.
way.
Yeah, in a certain, but yes, certainly a.
I mean, the ombre is just absolutely, I mean, it worked out so well. More so than this one. But I do still like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, get my bridge board.
Yeah, I can't read it, and it's shiny. Does say Mexico or something.
Yeah, I know it says Mexico. I could read that part.
Yeah. Oh, man, we have 65 entries. Woo! All right. It looks like it kind of tapered off. I'm going to go ahead and choose a winner. Debsy! All right, Deb, I have your email, and I will be emailing you an email with the PayPal request. And Sandy, I'll reach out to you. We'll get it squared away with yours. No worries.
What happened?
Well, she's not getting the emails, so I don't know what that's all about.
All right, now you see, I'm taking off this bit down here because it's getting a little bit heavy duty.
Oh,
and we're going to do some more.
And actually, Sandy, you might, sorry.
Oh.
Sorry, P, but.
That's not coming up.
Sandy, you might go ahead and log into your PayPal and look at the activity. I bet it will show up there. Because, like, it recognized you when I, did the thing.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Why is this not coming off?
Is it on the other side?
No. No, it's just, I don't know.
You got...
It's just requiring a little bit of heavy-duty pressure here. You don't usually have to do that. But you know, some of these that I use that have that stuff on them.
Well, we had, because we had over 20, well, we had 25. We knew we weren't going to be able to do, and I'm glad we're doing this.
Yeah, because it would have taken up the whole.
Yeah, like, we would have just had to keep doing them and keep doing them. I don't know how much, like, I mean, I know that's fun, but we like to throw a little...
And see, that blue-green isn't coming off very good.
Chit-chat and whatnot in with it, you know.
It's got a lot of that product.
Maybe. Hi, Goldie. Welcome. Or Steph.
What is it?
Got some new people coming in saying hello.
Oh, good.
And hey, SOS. Hi, Jennifer. All right, let's
She
go.
seems to
Hey,
know those other
Nicole.
people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't think I need to get the rest of that stuff that's on there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think it's going to be okay. Uh-oh. What? Oh,
Now, I'm just trying.
messing
Well,
my light around.
the thing is it was sunny when we started. It's overcast again. It's been very weathery here.
Weathery. Alrighty. Alright, we've got this one. And I think it's okay, but it just needs, plus it's got this white. Uh-oh. You can hand me back my.
Steph says that she's not new, but and that we act like she's new every time she comes in because she kind of comes in between. You know, there's time in between. Well, that's okay.
There. I'm hoping that'll hold that in place.
See, I really want the light. To
Okay, so
there.
I've got that one. And I've got this one. These are very, you know, very poopy looking.
Poopy looking.
Poopy looking. And we've got some more. I've got some more here that are kind of questionable. You know, they're just not the most interesting things in the world.
Yeah.
And we're just going to go ahead and do some more things to them. I do think that this one is interesting. But I'd like to see some blue in here.
Mm-hmm. Does that bother you in your face? The light?
Oh, not right now.
Okay, good.
Is it?
No, because it's good for, you know, down on the thing, but, you know.
Okay. Yes, it's the mocha mousse.
Yeah, I was, yeah, that's a very good idea.
And Eddie mentioned, and I'm just going to do it right now because he said stinky pink on this one. And
okay. And
I
we had some questions regarding the paper that we utilize. And yes, the 32-pound Hammer Mill premium color copy paper is our most favorite as far as like the end poles. If you're doing something like a long haul, the in-between poles are best to be done with the Carnival wet strength tissue. And or some of those end poles, kind of depending on the size of the plate and what's going on there. Or what you're going to do with the print. But those are our two favorites for sure.
Well, I've been going through this stuff like crazy. I'm really happy that. Who sent me that?
Mark.
Two things of them.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I've been really hitting it heavy because
Hitting the paint heavy.
Kind of.
Bye, Margie. Thanks for hanging.
Yeah. Earrings are hooking up with my scarf here. Hate when that happens.
Oh, we got lots of our Texas folks here.
Yay!
We're in Saxe, outside of Dallas. Does that count? I don't know.
Who's the other Texas? Oh, Houston.
Yeah, we got some Houston folks.
Dan's sister lives in Houston.
Yeah.
We liked Houston, other than
Hey, Mama Juju.
Other than the traffic.
Mm-hmm. Traffic.
But it wasn't anything like LA.
Well, or Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta.
Ugh,
Yes.
traffic's really bad.
All right, now look at this. See where that paper was, the sticky paper?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was this ever a good call, Eddie? Look at that.
This was the one that got flocked the other day because
See,
it's
all
stuck.
that's torn off paper.
Mm-hmm.
But look at, you can still see some goals here.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Brayer off. And then it was a flop off.
Yeah.
And the flop off got stuck. This was a new stencil. But boy, is that, I think that's gorgeous. That's definitely going to be a keeper.
Yes. A flocking beauty.
That's a beaut. We're going to definitely keep that one. Oh, I can just, that looks like modern art. We could put that on the wall just like it is. All right, I want some blue-green here.
Yeah.
And this is phthalo. That might be a little greeny green. I don't know. Okay, let's try turquoise. Phthalo. Phthalo is always good. Now, I'm going to brayer this out extremely thinly.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to make sure I've got enough to extend out towards the edges because I want it to go.
That was your fault.
A little bit of
Yeah.
stalactite situation here.
Mm-hmm.
Extend. See this piece of paper underneath here? I love having that there because I don't have to remember, you know, where my lines are for my putting my print down.
Ooh. Well, you'll have to let us know how that works. I don't know that I've ever knowingly had marker paper.
Yeah, specifically for markers.
Uh-huh. Hey, Becky.
Yeah, for sure.
Hi, Jackie. Hey, Candy. I think I missed you earlier.
Now I have to hold this in place because it will pop off of there.
Pop, pop.
Pop off of there because, okay. Now, did y'all see Anthony's new
with the
Barons with the wasp nest?
Very cool.
That one Baron was so good.
Yeah, the darker, the more smooth, flat one.
Yes.
I think that was my favorite too.
I mean, I really did. I like the first one. I like the humpy part because that's what really works well for getting your stencil down into. So when you pick those, that's kind of important.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's really lovely. This particular stencil is the Baubles and Stars by Estella. And it has been trimmed on the edges.
Yes.
It's been altered.
All of mine have been trimmed on the edge. And I should have left that on there, but that's okay. Multitasking like crazy here. Because that was a very dry paint that I put that down on there.
Yes.
That's all right.
You can see here that.
We wouldn't get much of that, but, you know, it doesn't hurt to give it a whirl.
Hi, Elizabeth. I don't know if I said hello earlier or not. Ooh. See, you know, a Brayer off is one layer away.
I know, and it could be a mosaic floor in an old temple that's been underwater for eons.
That's the story.
That's the story. And we still have some good stuff out here on the plate, and this is where we don't want to get rid of this good stuff. So we're going to use another.
Hey, Kathy.
Just a minute, I got to get my print lined up before I put stuff out here. She's doing it again.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what she's
Our
up
little,
to. She's on the move.
Yeah, let's do it.
You can do it?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm going to put this, what's left here.
Yeah, what color was that you just put down?
It was one of the mixes. I'm not sure.
It's been altered.
Been altered significantly.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't really recognize this as a...
But it looks really good with this blue.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell it's got lots of that particular...
It looks fantastic
sheen.
with that turquoise phthalo. Is that what it is? Turquoise phthalo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it is. Just a minute and I will look. Okay.
Oh, yes, Brenda. Mm-hmm.
I've really got another whole project that I've got sort of
Oh, do you know?
semi started back behind me because I was looking for something today and then I found these things.
Uh-huh.
And remember once upon a time, oh God, this was eons ago, Ann Lauver sent us paper for making patterns. It's even written on the edge.
Where'd you find that? One of your stuffy holes?
It was in a deep dive.
Yeah.
Oh, it was, yeah. All this stuff, it would no longer fit in my hole over here where I put things.
Stuffy hole.
The stuffy hole. So I thought, well, I'm just going to go through here and see what all this stuff is. And sure enough, I found a whole bunch. I found some mulberry paper over there. I found some cool paper that was, oh my gosh, look, we're getting a double whammy here.
It transferred.
Remember what this looked like?
Love that. I love that.
Isn't it gorgeous?
And your mix, I wish we could, let the folks know exactly what that is, but
Well, here's what I put out there. So it says it's a mix. Airbrush. But it's probably just with the quinacridone.
Oh. So yeah,
So
no, not
that's
crazy
pretty-
mix.
yeah.
She just put airbrush medium in it because it was getting
Yeah.
low. Okay.
I don't know what we've got this hanging stuff.
But I guess when it mixed it, when you were brayering it out. With,
a little bit of the turquoise
Which
was
is-
coming off the brayer.
okay. And that's why it looked darker than what we're used
and that's
to.
what. And then there was the print, which it was purple and turquoise. But you see the way it's taken in those certain places. I really love this. It's probably the GAC 800 because that's sometimes what gives it that
That sheen.
sheen to it.
The sheen.
We're going to try to sheen these babies up because they're really dry. And they need something to oomph the color that is there, I promise you.
Yeah, because they're kind of dull.
They're very dull.
Okay, so it is being asked, what does the airbrush medium do again? It really, it thins it out. Because that's kind of what it's meant to do. Because, you're supposed
It
to put
thins
it in
your
all.
acrylic colors for spraying.
But the thing that we love about it most, other than it does thin it out, which is great when your paint's getting, to the bottom of things or...
Yeah, and you just want to use up that last little bit. I just squirt some of these things in there.
But the airbrush medium in particular gives it that more... It's not gloss, but it's that cool sheen to it. It's
right.
And it adds this kind of interesting depth to it that the others don't.
And the slow drying is definitely, but now this is shiny. This is not so much shiny as it is
satin.
Satin, yes. This is satin. This is definitely gloss.
Yeah.
And then the 800 is, it keeps it from crazy. So a lot of times I don't like this, but I do like the surface quality that comes about when you do use it. So, this is a whole new world to me. I just started doing this in the last 6 months. since we got our big box of paints from
Oh, hey,
Golden.
Carrie.
We had them. It was like, we might as well. And now I'm on my second bottle.
She kind of poo-pooed them. And I was like, well, why don't you just test it out and see?
And
So that way, at least we can tell people what our experience is with it, because it has been asked about.
yeah.
I
and
mean, we might as well be, somewhat knowledgeable. I mean, God knows we use it differently than what it's supposed to be used for anyway. But at least we can say, hey, this is what we do with it.
I absolutely, I love it. I wouldn't want to be without it now, because all of these little bottles that I have on this bottom row here are almost 100%,
Right. No, I haven't. I didn't. I'm partially through Eddie's video.
Okay.
Hey, Eddie used the clear, gloss clear in his video, so we need to watch that fully.
All right.
He does have a new video out today. Eddie, if you want to put a link to that so people know what we're talking about.
This is my Interference Gold. It's airbrush medium with 8 drops of iridescent bronze fine, plus whatever was in here. But a lot of it's still down the bottom, and I don't have my balls in there.
She needs some balls for that.
I do.
And then would you confirm which paints, for example, craft paints versus golden, you can use these mediums to mix with? Oh, you can use it with, if you wanted to use it with craft paints, why not?
Use it with, any of that.
If you want to make your craft paints feel fancy, put some
gold in it. Heck yeah.
Oh.
If it says it's acrylic, you can use any of the mediums to do. I'll do something a little bit different, but there's no they don't discriminate. They're like dogs. They don't care if you're the president or the pauper. They like you as long as you feed them and pet them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, dog.
Now, see, look, just that little bit. Now we're going to squirt some more stuff out here to get this.
Oh, yes, and Carrie has a video out. Was that today or yesterday? Anyway, he does. And he just played on the gel plate. I think I'm partially through that video as well. I get interrupted. So sometimes it takes me a few days to watch something in completion. Because I pop around. But I do try to, I will give the thumbsy upsy. If I'm there, I give the thumbsy upsy. And I try to put a comment in
new piece
while I'm there. Because otherwise, it may not happen. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I did pull in a new piece of paper because I think this is going to be very subtle and very, very, much a beginning layer, but I think it will be, you will see how really beautiful it is as a pickup.
Oh, yes. That was a good call. Because otherwise, you were probably going to lose a lot of that.
Well, it wasn't even going to show up when I put this down, right?
Yeah. Nor would a lot of it pull up.
Nor would a lot of it pull up. Yes. But it's just wonderful. And you can just see, it's just velvety.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, this will be a good one for another...
Oh, what the airbrush medium actually does to the paint, it thins it out. That's it. It adds that sheen to it, and it thins out the paint. Because it's meant to mix into, the golden fluids to make them be able to put in the airbrush, in those airbrush things, and that's why it makes it of that consistency or that viscosity.
Viscosity. That's the
right word.
Yeah, that's the right word. And it surface patina.
That's what we like about it on the gel plate.
I don't, I don't know what they originally envisioned it for, which I'm sure
the airbrush.
Not just using it for that. Yeah.
Sound effects are free, y'all. Welcome to those of you that have come in. Do say hello in chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, we don't know that you're here. If you're watching the replay, thank you. No worries with that. Let us know down in the comments below that you're watching. thumbsy upsies if you haven't done that already. We very much appreciate it. And that's exactly how we get to these big old subscriber giveaways. In fact, let's do one. Look at that.
How many are we up to now? We've done
well,
2?
this will be our second one.
This will be number 2 for this.
Yes, for this session. Let me clear.
Trying to pick the hoop-de-doo off here.
Alrighty, my arty friends, do put in the hashtag yay 10K just as you did a moment ago. And we will get the ball rolling.
Oh, shit.
Sugar biscuits. Fudgy Budge?
Mm-hmm. We might have to pause.
Yeah.
My water, I grabbed it with the edge of my
Sleeve.
sleeve.
Well, they're rolling. They're doing things. Is it gross water? Or is it...
Well, it was semi-gross. Yeah, I need a big towel.
Yeah, I'll get it. You just continue on.
Okay, well, I'm just grabbing what towel I've got here. And you might want to bring some, I don't know. It's not like the carpet in here is pristine or anything, but, gosh. Oh, wow. We've still got people entering, Mariah. Okay, I'm putting some more washout. Now, this doesn't have anything in it. And this is with the regular...
Here you go.
Regular, thanks, Mariah. With the regular...
I know.
All right, here, I'm going to have to ask you to take this and put some water in it, because otherwise we're going to lose this brush.
Okay, hold on, and I'm going to hit I'm going to choose a winner real quick. Look at us multitasking.
Yeah.
Paula!
Wiping up messes and...
Paula, you get number 19. Awesome. Yay.
All right. Now, I want to talk to you about this and the stuff going in the little crackies here. Because I put that extra soupy stuff out there, I'm going to get some crazing going on. But I'm also going to get some stuff that's sticking to the compartments of the actual stencil. So I'm trying to get to this point where I'm going to put this print down and I can still get a good, you got to do it quick. Pardon me. Push, push, push. Do a lot of pushing because you really do want to get your paper. And this paper is very stiff because it's got about 14 layers of paint on it. Down in there. And what you're going to see here is because of the configuration of the stencil, and this is what I love about this stencil. See, look at that stuff there. Okay. I'm going to try to get this up off here, and then I'm going to put this one back down while it's still wet. And we're going to be able to make another. I'll show you all these in a moment, but I want to put this back down so I can get some of this back down on the plate. Up with something else. These are just adding those layers with these partial prints going on here. Cool, that's starting to look.
Okay. Sorry, running around taking care of all sorts of things. All right, guys. Woo. What'd I miss?
I don't know. I'm still working here.
Yeah?
I'm going to try something here because I think I got too much out here in certain places, and I'm going to rub it into the creases that I can see.
Oh, this is a nice thing about working on paint to paint situation. It allows her this opportunity. That's what we're gonna call it. Oh, okay. So yes, and welcome new peoples. A long haul is one where you, on a clean plate, you put down a stencil. Ideally one that has lots of openings.
Yeah.
Typically.
None that are too terribly teensy.
Yeah. Because
you took my brush away and I washed it.
Oh, well, I just took it in there. Do you need the brush back?
Well, no, but you didn't bring me my water back.
I didn't know that you needed the water back.
Well,
Sorry.
I didn't either, but I do now.
Okay, let me finish this conversation. Okay. So, the right stencil, usually one that has lots of openings, larger openings in it, orifices, as we say around here. And then, so you have your nice clean plate, you have your stencil down, and you start, the best way we typically P starts with a darker color. A lot of times, black. Because that sets your outline in a lot of ways. It sets that first color. And then you just keep switching up the different colors, kind of trying to go from dark and light, light and dark, back and forth, changing up those colors. And it is also beneficial to keep changing up the types of paint you use because you're going to get different things happening. As you move into sort of the middle or end of that long haul, it's cool because if you kind of stick with heavy bodies at the start, then go into some of your fluids or even washouts and things of that nature, it will create some really cool bursts and it even gets underneath the stencil a little bit more. And then finally what you do is you will pull up that stencil, you will let that dry, then you will put a pull color on it. That's a long haul.
Look,
And
isn't that gorgeous?
that's lovely. I will go get you your new water and brush. Yes?
Yeah. Well, I've got one over here that I can use because I'm not using any water.
Okay.
So I'm good to go.
Okay. Very
All
good.
right. I'm just going to leave this on here just simply because I think it's going to dry flatter and more better. And if I pull it up right now because it's so saturated, I take the chance of ripping the paper. So we're just going to...
yeah.
I'm
It's very wet.
Show you this and you can just appreciate its loveliness. And yeah, it does have a couple of bubbles out there, but we're not going to worry about the small stuff.
Oh, and hello, Sherry. Who else popped in here?
All right, I'll bring in a new.
Hello, Patsy. Oh, and Patsy's a fellow Texan as well. I don't know where Belleville is.
Where is it?
Belleville?
Outside of Houston.
Oh, is that what she said?
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Oh. She don't know.
Everything's kind of outside of Houston. Okay.
Or Austin.
Or Austin.
Or Dallas.
You know, one
of those three.
One of those Texas places.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so where are my... There we go. All right, let's try some of my blue mixture here. Boy, this is getting kind of low.
Ah, it is outside of Houston. Good call, P.
Well, I just remember seeing something.
Yeah, hearing or seeing something like that.
Yeah. Okay, so this is slow drying,
My pleasure.
glossing glaze, airbrush, but that's carbon black. I don't think I'm ready for carbon black. I think we're going to go with this airbrush mixture.
Oh, okay. And then Sue's over in Duncan, Oklahoma.
Oh, we know about that. One of my fellow teachers. Did you know this is from Duncan, Oklahoma? I've been to Duncan, Oklahoma.
All right on.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, so one of my other goals for 2025 is to find some local artist, especially, you know, if we could coordinate a place that a lot of arty materials are already located, and then we can maybe put on a small 1 to 2 day, hey, come meet and do some stuff and see how that goes.
And I'm in total, boy, this has turned out to be a really nice piece of...
Yeah, it is.
Don't want to mess it up.
You have 38 minutes.
I can do it.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what I'm going to be doing here. I'm just going to be doing the same thing. When I run out of time, I'll just say,
Hey, Monroe.
bye. I'm not saying bye now. I'm just saying that I will say that when it's time. I'm not going to be. All right. That was a very squishy. Let's see what happens.
Oh, yes. Good call. And those of you that are new, do come join us over in Makers. If you are on Facebook, you're looking for a community. We do swaps of all sorts. Becky's in charge of like the swap items. Rhonda, who is Griffin Shell here in chat, she is in charge of the Misfit scrap swap. So like if you have a lot of gel prints that you're just kind of like, okay, well, I don't know what to do with these, and they're just not giving me, you know, good vibes anymore, there's a swap for that.
Yeah. There is, and I'm trying to...
There is, and then we do the color combo and all kinds of... Eddie does the collage prompts. I don't know what his plan is in 2025, but whenever Eddie feels like doing them, that is perfectly fine and acceptable.
And that's when he'll do them.
That's when he'll do them.
Look at that.
Ooh, love that. But there is a link there in the chat, and there are always links down below.
Okay, I've got some uplifting paper here,
hey,
which I
friend.
can't use that.
Yes, and the new signups are always posted on the 1st of the month.
Boy, this little booger just really wants to stick.
Well, somebody has made lots more holes in it, so it's a, you know.
Oh, hoop-de-doo.
Hoop-de-doo. Oh, wonderful, Emma. We would love to have you if you decide to do that.
Now, see, we recaptured some of that. We got rid of some of the
Give some, take some.
mocha.
Mocha.
Yeah, that mocha's been a real moose.
Mm-hmm. Mocha, mocha, mocha. That was good, Eddie.
What?
That stencil belongs in church. It's so holy.
By golly, it looks like a holy grail.
Uh-huh.
You know, that stuff in between the thing in the confessional.
How do you know about that?
I've been to the Catholic Church before.
Well,
I used to have really good friends. I used to go in there and muck about.
I don't think that that's right.
Well, it might not be right, but that's what we did.
Yeah. That was further back in time. When your decision...
Well, I have relatives that
Well, that's true.
Catholic.
Yeah. Was Grandma Francis?
No, she was a heathen. Most of my family leans toward the heathen end of things.
They tried, though.
Oh,
Your glue is not given.
Glue's constipated. Give it a little.
Yes.
Give it a little enema there.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's do a giveaway while we're, just getting the glue going.
Well, I have uplifting.
Yeah. Yes.
Uplifting patches.
And then we'll call that. We'll do this 3, and then we'll do some more on Sunday.
Okay, that's got to rest a bit because I used an excessive amount of glue. When it finally came out, it
came out.
Yeah.
In
full force. Big old.
Okay, I'm gonna close that. I'm gonna.
Okay, I'm just gonna be talking about what kind of.
Entry.
This has just got a lot of really interesting stuff on it. I'm gonna be really upset if I muck it up.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yay! 10K. Y'all got it. You just do your thing. Do your thing. Keep that chat going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Hey, Jose. I'm trying to check out some people that I haven't said hello to. And Lee Fisher, your card's going out today. It came back. That was my bad. Supposedly I didn't put enough postage on it, but I thought that was a bunch of bullcocky nonsense. But anyway.
All right, I'm hoping for a more glassine surface here that is going to amplify the colors that are already there. There's not a lot of color in here, but this is what I'm hoping for. We do not know if this is really going to happen. We are only
wishful thinking.
Hoping.
We're hoping. The whole time it's opening yourself up to the hope.
Yeah.
Hoping
up.
That's what we do in gel printing. All right, I'm gonna choose a winner. I think we got. All right, everybody's doing things there. Okay.
Oh, now see, it's helping.
Ooh,
look,
it is helping. Kit. All right, Kit. You are number 20. Kit 16. And then if you need to email me to let me know who you are as the entry person, because I don't always align your handle here on YouTube with who you are as a, person on the entry. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Some of y'all I know, but not everybody I do.
I just, if you've been here a lot, I might know who you are.
Well, and I don't, even if...
Names,
right.
And if I've swapped with you...
Yes.
I'm more likely.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that gorgeous color.
Yes, exactly. Grace is not Grace, she's Dawn. Took me a little while to work that one out.
Well, it's like Walter. Or somebody else in their account got hacked and they're using their husband.
No, Carl. It's Kathy.
That just cracks me up because that's exactly the kind of thing that I would do. It would
be it was easier just to use my husband's.
Totally.
Start all over.
Good God, no.
That's funny. That's funny. Hopefully y'all think that's funny.
All right, we're going to smear a little.
This is gauze, but the edge has been trimmed off.
Yeah, I didn't want that outside edge.
Yeah.
And it hasn't made a hill of beans difference.
No, on this one it doesn't. And just, y'all have to kind of keep in mind that in order for us to, I mean, I guess we could have it go around and trim the edge of it off. But some of y'all might want that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and Big Mopar's Dawn too. Mm-hmm. Oh, wonderful, Dana. That makes me so happy. Hey, Anne. Hey, we got 30 minutes, and then you can go back and start at the beginning. We do. We love to make y'all laugh. I mean, that's kind of number one.
All right,
That and the art.
I think that there's an awful lot of really good stuff that I don't want to cover up with that one, and I don't care about this because it's basically gray.
Yeah. Can use some of this. Here,
It
red.
could use a little
Did you
oofing.
did you say what this red was?
I did not.
Okay.
It's seconds. It's HB Naphtha Red Light.
Hey, and I went out to check. They aren't they don't have any for the seconds program right now. Yeah. So
We really lucked out, didn't we?
I think we did. I'm sure it's kind of like how we are with like our IMPPs, and oh, by the way, all the IMPP packets are sold right now. But don't worry, the boys came, and Josh, you know, he's building up new inventory for the IMPPs. Poor kid. We give him such a hard time, but
He's such a lovely child, and he takes it well.
he does. But y'all should tell him if he does show up, say thank you, because he's the one who makes a lot of those happen.
Yeah, we've kind of suspected some of you might be shoving him a little cash on the side.
Yeah, maybe.
There, bribing him to.
Yeah, that's funny. But yes, that's they are all spoken for at the moment. But I think that's probably kind of how they do theirs too. Like they need to build up
An
a
inventory.
stash of it. That makes it more sense for them to then put together the big boxes and ship them out. Because if you just do it like little bits here and there, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Okay, a really ugly gray. Then we've got this one, which we're going to put a little, we'll pick this up here. I like this, where it's just like you're a
No
partial
worries.
pickup. And now the papers, and then I want to show you my
What are you showing?
Brayer off over here. Is the best thing I've done all day.
Oh yeah, well, and we can, y'all can see it. I have the camera a little further over today.
Isn't that cool looking?
That's very cool looking. Well, I think that your flop off did so well because
Yes. I used a lot of paint.
Yes, and it was going paint to paint.
It was going paint to paint.
Yeah.
Okay. FYI, the scarf and these
It's a
earrings
grabber.
are grabbers.
That's lovely. Those colors look good together. I like that.
Now, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here to make this even more better. Always check your lid on these little Hummers before you start shaking them, because they're very loosey-goosey.
Uh-huh. I think you need a bigger brush.
I swear to God. Dropping them right and left.
Yeah. I'm a little scared about what happened over on the floor, but, you know.
We'll address that later.
Burn that bridge when we get to it.
Oh, don't go out there. See, the red's not dry.
Oh, yeah. Best to let this sit and then come back and do this.
Yeah, FYI.
Yeah.
Okay, we will do that.
Yeah.
What time is it?
You got 25 minutes. Leave this one alone. Just put it over there off to the side.
I'm fetching my brush here.
Okay. Don't fall over. There's a wet spot on the floor.
Well, I've got lots of padding down here since I've got 3 towels on the floor sopping up the
wet spot?
the wet spot.
Okay.
Okay, this is pretty dry.
Oh! Well, Carrie.
What?
For real?
What?
He had a poopy commenter.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you just send him over. I'll deal with him. Give me his address.
Yeah, that's right. You shouldn't have reported. You should have just said, well, you should see what they're doing over at PMR in the studio.
Yeah, come on over here, bucko. Or bucket,
Yeah.
as the case may be.
Ooh, that looks really
Doesn't
cool.
it look cool? Can you see the little
Mm.
the lines and whatnot from the actual thickness of the paint
Yeah.
and the lovely sheen?
That's the sheen. That's the
That's
airbrush
it.
medium. Right there. That's what we're talking about.
Boom.
Boom shakalaka.
That's it. Okay, now we're back in business.
Oh, maybe. That could have been it, too.
What? What?
Devin had a good point. She says, well, maybe it was a typo. It could have been like an autocorrect thing, and it was supposed to be a nice comment versus a mean one. God knows.
We
we've
all know
all been there.
Some of those comments, and I'm like, oh my God, look what it just said.
No, undo.
Edit. Yeah, and I'm just like, and I'm even sometimes on these whole things where it's, they're trying to guess what you're really saying because of your spelling. What?
I love Eddie. He says some woman told him that she hated his music, and he said, I hate your hair. So take that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a very good way to go about it, Eddie. I really do. Because that says, hey, you know, two can play that.
Yeah.
That was...
Yeah, opinions are like that part of your anatomy. Everybody's got one.
Yeah.
I swear to God, some people have 2. You know, just...
Yeah. If you're counting.
It's not dry yet. It's dry me. Okay, we're going to address this. That's not ready.
No?
Not ready.
Not ready.
Not ready. Okay, what are we going to do here? Let's get some pink out here.
This is the one that has the airbrush medium in it. This is the magenta mixed with the airbrush medium.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And part of the reason that she does that is like, so what'll happen is it'll get down to a certain point of just there's not a whole lot left in there, but it does kind of, you know, settle and whatever. So if you add that airbrush medium in there, you're really extending and being able to do this, utilize the airbrush medium qualities mixed in with the fluid acrylic pigments.
Yeah. I really like it because I think it really gives you a whole new range of possibilities. And, you know, after all, we don't want our stuff to look like everybody else's stuff.
Yeah.
I know y'all are feeling me on that. Paper down here and brayer off my brayer so that I don't have funky stuff on it. I think it's too late. I already did.
Sure, it's too late for that.
Oh, well. We saved it from some. That's a weird spot out. Oh, it's a...
Oh. I'm just going to pretend that that's really what you did because that is fantastic. That's lovely. So I think this is a very good point to, all right, you can build up grunge. Like, so when earlier on, when we were talking about how people will build up paint and you can get this kind of grungy effect from that. And that's one way people utilize their gel plate. But you can see here that you can do that in less steps and with more certainty by utilizing your brayer offs, plus then just kind of coming back with these, get this little bit, kind of, you know, like a lot of like what Carrie does over on his channel, which he calls the kiss technique, getting a little bit of this here and there. And this is the same type of feel that you get from that, because she's not getting paint everywhere. She's not pushing everywhere. And if you have these different types of, from going from the high flow to the just fluids to the washouts to the different types of paint, you are going to build up these kind of grungy, splotchy businesses anyway.
Yeah.
I thought that was a pretty good little...
That was an explanant.
I'm feeling very professional today.
Yeah. Well,
hopefully it's showing.
Just trying to think how I can get the best of this business on the green part.
Yeah, a little murdery. That happens.
There's nothing wrong with a little murdery. I think it just adds a bit of
what happened here.
Anticipation.
What happened here?
Yeah.
That's a lot of that. That's a lot of that. She's gonna put more of it on.
Now it's gonna dry.
Yeah.
But this is paint to paint, and I'm not worried about these little. I can take care of that.
Yeah.
Leave that alone. Don't overdo it. All right, now.
Hey, Kathy.
We've got some stuff.
Carl's here.
Hello, Carl.
We were talking about you a little bit earlier.
And I said Walter. Is Walter actually Walter?
Yes.
Okay.
For real, Walter. Mm-hmm.
Walter's not somebody else's
mm-hmm.
significant other.
No, I don't think so. Not to my knowledge.
Okay. All right, we want to get some off here. I don't know if there's... This is looking shiny, but I think it's dry shiny. I don't think it's wet shiny. Oh, maybe it is a little bit. Okay, I take that back.
It's still giving? It's still giving.
Still giving.
It's spirited, that gauze is.
Oh, yeah, that's looking good.
That is funny, Rhonda. Mm-hmm. Oh, and Mo's dropping the... Yeah, we've got a lot. We've covered a lot of PM-isms in this here stream. If you check out over there in the comments, that's, you know, the chat comments, that is, Mo has put a link to all of the PM-isms. If you're new here and you want to know, what are these ladies talking about? What are these people in the chat talking about? Because it seems that they know some things that I don't know. If you want to get knowed up, that's how you do it. You hit that link, and you're going to get all of the PM-isms glossary. And we keep it pretty well up to date. I don't think we have any... Mo, are there any new ones that I need to add? Mo keeps up with it. She's so awesome.
Okay, I'm painting up my brayer because I'd like to not pull up paint on my surface there. I would like for it to stay there. And if I've got paint on my brayer, I'm just going to go over the top of that. And some of that pattern is going to remain. That's my thought.
Mm-hmm. This is more...
Doesn't always work.
This is more that hoping and... What did you just say? The... Hopening.
Hopening.
It's really open to hoping.
I'm always open to hope. Hopening.
Hopening.
And I'm lost my papers, and that one right there is really wet. It's not going to work.
Oh, yeah. I think gauze is kind of in that... If you hang out here often enough, that's probably one that you're going to want to have.
Yeah, that and bricks.
Bricks, gauze.
What's that other one that I use all the time? I like the circle one.
What are you talking about, the circle one?
The one that I put together with tape.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm looking at it up there.
I just see...
Now, see, that was what happened there was that was a stencil that I was stamping off. With the excess off.
No,
Stamping.
Stamping. No stenciling.
No stencil. Stamping.
Mm-hmm.
To get the excess off and then just put it down and picked up That's looking really good.
I don't know
Okay, this one's looking really good too. Bien.
The
Right.
the nerd king and queen are hollering out Jenkins.
God. Christmas is past.
Oh, it's Jenkins at Christmas thing now?
It is. It's either Christmas or
St. Patrick's Day.
well, Swamp Day.
Well, and that day hits a lot around here. Let's be honest.
Just trying to get some cheerful yellow out here.
Okay.
Make everybody
Liven up. You got
Feel-
15 minutes.
a little bit more.
Oh, peace. Look at you. Sorry. It is. It's Peace Circle Rings of Madness.
Yes, that's it. I
Well,
like that one a lot.
done,
I can't reach it
sorry.
right now without standing up, and you can see my bottom parts that I have on today, which are totally unacceptable because they have holes in them in some very inappropriate places. I need to do laundry, but I've been otherwise engaged.
doing
Important
packets.
things.
Okay. Yeah. That is a good one to have. That's a great long haul one. Look at that.
Lovely little spots of, crazing. Yeah, that was a good one. Boy, I'll tell you what, we're really going
Yeah, you've got
to town today. I've got,
now a lot of these are gonna end up as packets, right?
yes.
All right. So if y'all are placing orders.
Let's put a little gold. I just happen to have some out here.
She is. She's on it.
I've been very generous with my gold because of Golden's generosity.
Hello, Adria.
And I do this gold. I love this gold. This
Mhm.
is iridescent bright gold
Fine.
fine.
That is important information.
I don't know exactly why, but
I do
It is.
because if it isn't fine, then you go up into like the chunkier, glittery business, which isn't.
yeah, and no,
And that's
Oh,
more
hell
like
no.
paste and whatnot. It's not like the paint.
Okay, now we're going to get a little bit of green out here just to make sure that this distributes.
That's right, and I forgot to even mention that. Good job, Cynthia. It is double points right now.
Yeah.
Until midnight on the 31st. When the ball drops. Here in Texas, that is. At midnight, Central. Double points will end. Yes, see, Robin says she has that in the fluid. It's a pretty, yeah, that gold is that's a good one.
And I love doing it on because it just gives that little bit of shimmer to any later additions.
Yes. Hey, Jerry. That's right. The ball drops, phone stops. Time to go home. Well, I mean, we do double points here and there, so no worries.
All right, I'm letting this dry. But I
Yes.
want you to notice something right now because this is what's going to be important later. When I come back in and I do a wet wash, it's going to go in between those lines, and I can emphasize that.
Yes, more
But you
will
have
show.
to wait until it dries thoroughly.
Right, otherwise you're going to run into that same problem she was having
Just-
earlier.
Yeah. Okay, now we still have some really good stuff out here. I don't think that will pick it up.
Yes, that's a golden. Iridescent. Right? Gold, iridescent. Mine, but in the
Heavy body.
Yeah.
Heavy body.
And we wrote that on there because it did not necessarily indicate it, but usually what comes in those jars. Yeah. Oh yes, the Deco Arts 24 karat gold is a good one. And like Carrie said, Pebeo, PBO has awesome gold. We don't have the gold. We have the orange, the green, and a turquoise.
I do like that.
They're good metallics. Deco Arts metallics are great too. They really are. And very reasonably priced. And they're a nice company.
They are.
That's helpful. What are you doing?
I'm just
pondering. You wanna
what I have here and what I haven't done.
Ponder out loud.
Use a little turquoise phthalo in the fluid to pick this up.
And this has not been altered. The reason she's doing that, she wants to get that on her brayer. Because if she just started rolling, she's going to roll up.
Yeah, that really pretty
the bit of
that's on there.
Yeah. Like it sticks to the brayer.
It do.
If y'all are, new to this and you're kind of brayering things out and you're like, okay, well, where did everything go? It's on your brayer. That's what happened to it. It's not magic.
A good time to peel.
It's a good time to peel. If it's ready. That was Becky. That was good. I love these two colors together.
I do too.
This is kind of what Izzy, those colors right there are what she dyed her.
Dolly's hair?
The hair and the clothing.
She made them all the same?
Yeah. Yeah, and I appreciate that.
Well.
Keeping to the color scheme. Look at that. Everything came up.
Well, I was hoping it would. Look at that. Isn't that just so yummy?
That looks like some fancy, bookmaking paper.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And even on the edges here, I don't worry about that because I know what color that is. So I come in with my smaller brush and I just hit those so that the white goes away. If it bothers me. Sometimes it doesn't bother me. But I just think that is so beautiful. And just very, because there were some things on there. You see little tiny spots of, there's a little bit of red there.
And if you wanted to be real fancy, you could come back and put one layer of that peacock one, Darcy's peacock one, peacock swirls.
Yeah.
Like in the purple over it. B-roll.
Do that. Look at how good it looks.
We need to find the stencil or I'll cut her one.
It looks good with this page.
Oh, it does.
Those two are definitely friends.
Friends?
And then I've got one over here, and this is definitely another friend.
Oh, it is. Should we do a little three set? Should we scan? Well, the gold is just not gonna.
The gold's not gonna scan.
I mean, it'll look yellowy.
Well, I don't know that that's going to be. Now, this is a definite possibility for colored pencils. Because some of these areas where I would like to come back in, what are you?
You're like, I could just get my pencils on this thing.
I can just see it. And really, intensify this green out here.
I think it's just real fine just the way it is.
Oh, I think it is,
Just
but
the
you know, there's
way
never.
it is.
I think it could use some augmentation.
It's just Dexter loves it.
What?
Dexter,
Dexter?
you know, like the.
Oh, yeah. A bit of blood spatter.
Uh-huh. All right, 5 minutes.
I can do it.
Okay.
Now here's the one. See this? Hoping that doesn't mess me up. I'll just make sure I've got lots of paint out here.
Okay, lots of paint coming up. Uh-huh.
We're going to continue with turquoise phthalo.
Oh, hello, Eloisa.
And some...
It is hard to kind of watch the chat, and then, like, it's even hard for us here, because I a lot of times I miss things, and then it's funny, I'll go back and I'll watch the actual stream without the chat.
Dioxazine. I'm sorry that there's a little glob of paint.
Yeah, it
obscuring
happens.
That name there.
But sorry, what was that one?
Dioxazine. Purple.
Oh,
in
on the
fluid.
edges. Okay. You've got the turquoise in the middle. That's the phthalo. Turquoise.
And then I can go to the outside.
That's why she loves this stencil, because it gives her this ability to, because it
And
has
I
those
can-
breaks.
Brayer with my left hand sometimes.
Uh-huh. It's a lot, yeah. Keeping track of the chat and everything. It's... Mm-hmm. 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 Well, I think before you do any pencil work to that one print, let me scan it.
Okie dokie. I will do that. Okie dokie.
Mm. Yeah. Oh, that's a good color combo. That dioxazine purple and the turquoise phthalo. We're giving a lot of peacocky vibes today.
You're getting a lot of mucky muck on the edge there. Not done yet.
Oh,
But
at least...
it will be for today.
Yeah. Yeah, we're at time. Are you done?
Yeah. More or less.
Ooh, I love that. All right, my Arty friends, we will be back here on Sunday.
Sunday.
We will have more giveaways. Trying to just think, anything else going on Sunday? So, okay. No.
No. And I don't know. It just depends on... I've got all these different papers back here.
Yeah?
Really kind of leaning towards that as my next... But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out all the papers I have for the book in the thing.
What book?
I've
Your
got
book?
2 packets of books.
Oh,
over here
she's got piles and plans. She's
at
yeah.
various stages.
Awesome.
I mean,
all right.
one of them has quite a few pages.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see you then, y'all.
We'll see you then. Love you.
Like a
Long haul.
bye, guys.